Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI. I did it! I did it! I can't express to you how exciting this is that I beat Final Fantasy VI. Not only is it considered either the best JRPG of all time, one of the best games of all time, to some people the best game of all time, but it's the first Final Fantasy game that I've actually finished and completed and beat. This is a huge deal because I love Final Fantasy. There's a few that I've gotten really close to the end as far as I'm so close to the final boss, but they just got too ridiculous and I put them down or shelved them. A lot of Final Fantasy games I played when I was in junior high, and I don't know, it didn't happen. So I need to try check it out again as an adult. But yeah, I finished Final Fantasy VI. It's such a big deal. Honestly, that when I beat the final boss, and it was just amazing. Honestly, it was amazing. So we're going to talk about the game, but I just wanted to say that this is the first Final Fantasy game I've played, that I've beaten, and wow, it's a big moment. It's a big moment as a gamer to see finally beaten a Final Fantasy game or whatever. So it's a big deal, and I'm really slow at games, and I sometimes take forever to beat games, so this was a big deal. Considering I started this game back in 2013 and finished it last week, or this week actually, whatever. Yeah, Final Fantasy VI, I beat you. Let's get into the review part and let's talk about the story. So this is going to be a review that is coming from Femtrooper, coming from me. There are things I didn't like that everyone else likes, and it's also, I'm playing this for the first time in 2015. Either way, this is my review, and here's how it's gonna go. This game is incredibly dark. Very, very, very dark. It's not medieval, but it has a medieval feel. It's steampunk. You guys know I don't love dark stuff, but there are aspects of the story that I really liked. So, there were moments where it got a little whimsical and got a little creepy, and I was like, I love this. I love this. And then there were more kind of stereotypical JRPG, kind of Dungeons and Dragons-y stuff that I didn't love. Not that it's medieval, I realize that, but it had that feel, so, to me. And so I don't love that. I don't love dark, dark, dark games. This is a very serious, not for the faint of heart kind of game. It's very, very deep and dark and horrific, and it's, let's just say there's no Titus, okay? There's no Titus and Yuna laughing ridiculously. This is a different Final Fantasy, which is great. I love it. Overall, I thought the story was pretty good. I really liked it. I don't have nostalgia for it, so I know some people love this game more than they love life itself. And as a newcomer playing this game now, finally checking it out, hearing things about it, and then actually playing it to completion, I will have to say that the story is great. This would make a fantastic movie. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of tropes going on here as far as, the big bad empire, and then there's a group of kind of rebels, the returners, and they want to obviously fight against the empire. That's not really a new concept here, but I really like that the main character, Tara Branford, she has no idea who she is. Obviously she was working with the empire before under mind control, and then the spell is broken and she's like, who am I? I have no idea who I am. So she goes on this adventure with them. She obviously doesn't like the empire when she figures out what's going on, and then it kind of goes from there, and you meet all these different characters from all over the place, all over the world, people from all walks of life, and I like that, because everybody kind of had their own thing going on. And the characters were actually really good. I like that. This is very heavily character driven. Not the same as, say, something like Persona 4, where it's like you're literally hanging out with them after school every day. But this is very cinematic. And I think that was a big deal for back then. And I notice it now. And as you know, I love 16-bit RPGs. Probably my favorite kind of graphical style as far as JRPGs go. But very, very cinematic. Scenes that could not have been done previous, perhaps in 4, or Final Fantasy 2 as we know it here, when it came out. But like, you know, the first Final Fantasies on the Nintendo, or they couldn't have done it. And then the Super Nintendo came out, and it was like, wow, we can have incredible cinematic scenes, cutscenes that really get to you. And there's some great scenes in this, incredibly memorable. Everybody knows, even if you never played this game, that there is the famous opera scene. It is great. It's wonderful. The music in that scene is fantastic. We'll get to the music after. Spoiler, it's great. But anyway, a lot of great stuff going on about this game. The characters overall, there's a ton in this game. There's a ton of characters. But yeah, it's really well done. I really liked it. So yeah, we're going to talk a bit more and go into that. I just want to talk about the music right away. Let's get it over with. It was fantastic. Classic Nobuo Uematsu score. Amazing. Some of the most notable, famous Final Fantasy themes are in this game, like Terra's theme, like an incredible, incredible piece of music. Seriously. Dancing Mad. Wow. Incredible. Honestly, fantastic. Like, this is really good music in here. Some of it is a little bit kind of stereotypical RPG music sometimes, but in general, the score is great, and I've always loved Final Fantasy music. I've always thought it was fantastic. It was very theatrical and cinematic. Nobuo Uematsu, he's kind of like the John Williams for scoring video games. Like, he's just phenomenal, and it really shows. And especially because he did Final Fantasy VII after this, and that was another phenomenal score in a game. So yeah, it's fantastic. When I'm playing Theatrhythm, it's like, oh my god, I remember that. So it's really exciting, and yeah, fantastic score. Go check it out. This is one of his finest. I will have to say that. Very serious and very like driven. Like, you feel like you can do anything while listening to Terra's theme. Like, it's just great piece of music to fit a great game. Let's talk about the gameplay. First of all, I played this game on the Vita. I do have the Super Famicom version, and I also have the version that was released on the PlayStation 1 that they ported. I don't have the Super Nintendo version, Final Fantasy 3. But yeah, I have 3 versions of this game, so damn it, I was gonna beat this. I don't know. It's just sort of one of the most famous games of all time, and I remember seeing this, and I thought, hey, in box, it counts. You know, the guide is the guide is in here, and the booklet, and it's kind of nice to own because I love the physical aspect. But playing it on the Vita, wow! I'm gonna play all the 16-bit stuff I missed on the Vita. Like, seriously, if I can anyway. A lot of these games are on there, and I totally recommend it. Unless they've ported it to the 3DS or the DS or whatever, like, play it on the Vita, because wow, there are so many times when you think, oh my god, like, I don't have enough time to finish this part, and then you can just hit the power button and it just puts it to sleep. That's why I love portable systems. Fantastic. No more, you know, not that this is my life, but you know, when you're a kid and it's like your mom's like, yeah, we have to go now, and you're like, no, I'm playing a boss. It doesn't matter. You just hit the power button, you're good to go. So anywhere you are, I love that. I definitely recommend playing games like this on the just get them on the PSN for the Vita. Fantastic way to play it. Amazing. But as far as gameplay goes, this is top notch. This is the kind of gameplay I like. I love, you know, JRPGs, like classic, where it's very turn-based. It's not too complicated. I just don't like some of these complicated battle systems that they've introduced in newer games. Sometimes it's just a bit ridiculous. Like, I'm done. Not all games are like that, but some, like, I'm sorry, this Shin Megami Tensei thing is not for me. This is awesome. There's only one thing I didn't like, and that was frickin' Sabin's, his blitz moves. because you have to, it's like a time thing. You have to hit certain like up, left, up, down, up, right, up. And on the Vita, it was very frustrating, and I just didn't care for that. In fact, I didn't really use his, I used lower level Blitz because I was just like, there's no way that's happening on the Vita. But anyway, maybe it was easier on the Super Nintendo controller. I don't know. But whatever, it was really, and I've seen it on iOS, and it's great. Like, it actually shows it, and you can just click it. So depending on how you're playing, the Blitz move would be great. But yeah, that's my only complaint for gameplay. But this is great. You have characters that are incredible with magic. You have characters that are incredible with healing. You have characters who are incredibly great with physical attacks. And it was just that perfect balance. And there are certain characters where I just like, oh my god, I just loved certain characters. Who did I use the most? Probably Sabin. Gao I really liked towards the end of the game. Never thought I would, but really liked him. Celes, if that's how you say it. Celes, whatever. Celes, really liked her. Terra, obviously loved Terra. I think those were kind of like my main. I don't know why I'm forgetting things right now. But oh, and Realm, duh. Sorry, loved Realm and Strago, but I loved Realm. Fantastic. Yeah, the characters in this game were great. You have to use everybody towards the end of the game, so that's kind of annoying, especially if you didn't know. Like, I knew, people warned me, so I kind of got ready and did some serious grinding before I went to the final dungeon. I won't say a lot because although this game is incredibly famous, popular, everybody knows certain things, I don't want to spoil stuff, so just try it out and you'll see. As far as characters, like I mentioned before, they were great, but the villain, Kefka, him and Sephiroth are kind of tied, but everybody says Kefka is like the #1 Final Fantasy villain of all time. I'm kind of like impartial. I don't know. I feel like he's a great villain, but at the same time I would have liked to see more. And I don't know if I'm the only person in history who's saying they didn't think Kefka was the best, but like, Kefka was great, but I just wanted to see more. I wanted more Kefka stuff. More Kefka scenes. I wanted to see more about him. As opposed, I know he's just a crazy maniac, but I wanted a little more. I like it when you really get to know these villains and kind of have sympathy for them almost. I mean, there's no sympathy for Kefka, seriously. The guy is a total dick, but I wanted more from Kefka. I'm sorry. And maybe that's because I'm playing it nowadays and I've had all this stuff built up in my head, and then when you play it, you're like, yeah, he's a total asshole, but I just wanted more. I wanted more from Kefka. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but yeah, no, he's great. He's a great villain, but yeah, he's kind of just an asshole for being an asshole. This game is visually amazing. Final Fantasy VI looks fantastic. Not a lot to complain about, honestly. It's the 16-bit goodness I love. I love style. The only thing I didn't like, and there's complaints about everything. There's complaints about everything that you like. You can always nitpick, but the towns in this game, they all kind of look the same. So that kind of bugged me because I love going to a new town to discover stuff, and even though it was relevant to the plot and there's different people to meet and all this, they all look the same, and I kind of just felt like I was going nowhere. Like, you're like, oh yay, I'm going to a new town. Oh wow, it looks like the last 4. I kind of just, that made me mad, and I get it because of the way the world is and all this shit, but I was just kind of, I was disappointed. I wanted more. I wanted really creative looking towns, and I didn't really get that. But that's okay, and I'm sorry, but that world map, wow, it can go to hell. That was the worst world map, and I'm sorry, I just couldn't handle it. When you're walking, it's okay. When you're in the airship, damn. These older games, for people who aren't as savvy with some of the 16-bit RPGs, they are not as forgiving as games today, where they're more obvious in where you're supposed to go. Like, oh, it's really clear I'm supposed to go to that town, and I'm supposed to take this route. And I'm not saying they've dumbed down games, because they've not necessarily, but these games, it's kind of like, I would go on a walkthrough and be like, hey, I'm supposed to go here? Wow, I don't know how I would have known that. So So that was kind of frustrating, and I always would go and look up, you know, the world map and then see where I was supposed to go. It says, oh, you're supposed to go to this town, and you're like, okay, where was that again? Because they kind of all look the same. And the world map when you're flying is really messed up, like that, and that's obviously just in part to do with the time and the graphics, but yeah, that does not fare so well. The 16-bit stuff looks great, that, not so much. Incredibly cinematic though, really great, 16-bit goodness. Not a lot of complaints except down that world map, so yeah. There's not a lot else I can say. This game was really hyped for me, because again, it's very highly rated. This is one of the best games, if not the best. Everyone says, I mean, there's always this battle between what's better, Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy VII. It depends on who you ask. This game is really dark, and I do like what Dustin Christ said, where he said, it's not a game about saving the world, it's kind of about saving what's left of the world, because it's pretty much destroyed to shit. So, I like that concept, but it is so dark that sometimes, not that I checked out, but I would be like, okay, what's going on again? Because, keep in mind though, please keep in mind that I took so long to play this game, and I don't know why. It's like, ADD brain, oh, time to play something else, I want to play Mother 3, and then I would just play other stuff, and then when you take a long time to play games, sometimes you forget, and then I'd have to look at a plot summary and be like, shit, that's why. So the last couple of weeks, or was it about a month, I just said, I'm done, we're finishing this game, I can't take it, like, I wasn't struggling with it, let's just go for it. So I just did it, and I went for it, and I beat it, and I'm really happy about that. It's amazing. Like, this is, you know, this is like the Casablanca, this is like, yeah, it's like the Citizen Kane of video games. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting to say that I've beaten it. I think it took me 43 hours-ish. Yeah, I think so. Which was actually okay. Anything over 50 starts to get a little bit upsetting to me. That was good. I like the 25-ish hour range, but 43 was alright, so I was happy with that. So yeah, I really like this game. It was fantastic. I really liked the story. It was just a tad too dark for me. That's not a complaint, it's just a taste thing. Like, that's just not... It was a little too... I wanted to see more quirky stuff. I blame everything. My whole gaming career, I blame on Earthbound, because it's... If the first or second RPG I ever played in my life, so when you're exposed to something like that, had I have played Final Fantasy 4 or 6, I may have different expectations on games, but when you play something like that and you fall in love with it so much, it's really hard to play a darker game, because I'm just not... This is why I'm not a person who likes, like, the Souls games or... Skyrim and stuff. It's just too dark. I guess it's not for me. It's not necessarily... It's not bad, it's not my style. There's certain genres of music I don't like either. That's called being a person and being a human. It's just a little dark for me. That's all. But there were a lot of lighthearted moments, great characters, fantastic overall. A great game. I recommend this to everybody. It's fantastic. Honestly, just great. Like the final boss music was so great. It's so epic when you just got to that. I won't say anything, but when you got to the kind of the end part and you're just like, wow, this is epic. Like, you feel like you're like facing God or something. Like, it was pretty cool. And I'm glad it didn't take me that long to do that, because I was like, I died and I thought, are you kidding me? Like, is this gonna take me, 15,000 tries? And it did not. It took me 3 tries. I was really proud of that. And it didn't... I was going to go level up some more, and I thought, no, we're doing this. I'm just changing up stuff. And it worked. I beat it. I'm very happy. And yeah, so that's my experience with Final Fantasy VI. Great game. I'm mad at myself for taking too long to play it, because that screws up your connection with the story with any game. So that's a bit too bad. That's my problem. And... a little dark, but in general, overall, great game. I loved it. There's certain memorable scenes where it's like, well, I'll remember that, forever. Like, there's just some great stuff going on here. And I loved the dungeons. I loved everywhere that I went. It was exciting. Just the towns were as exciting to me. So that's the only thing. That's my Final Fantasy VI. It's hard to play something or watch a movie, too, that people have been hyping up for years. And they're like, you gotta see it. It's the best. and then you play it, and it might not be the best for you, so it's whatever. Anyway, that's like me telling somebody Earthbound's the best, and they play it, and they're like, it was good, and you're like, how can you not like it? But anyway, yeah, Final Fantasy VI, check it out, one of the best RPGs of all time. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Dustin Christ will be proud of me. I know that he is, because he already knows that I beat it. But yeah, it's his favorite. So, yeah, we will have to play something else soon. And, you know, one Final Fantasy down. God, so many to go. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.